Alright, are we live? Just gonna have to check if I am live. Yep, the audio is alright. And honestly, I have no idea how many people are gonna be tuning in to a East versus West aftermath live stream. But I'm still gonna be grateful to each and everyone that are gonna be available to be a part of this particular live stream. And Prayagraj is in the chat. The founder of Concrete Elbow himself has entered the chat and has graced us with his wonderful presence here. So, hello guys, welcome back to Concrete Elbow. Absolutely crazy stuff that did happen at East versus West. Oh my goodness. If you haven't already, if you are new to the live stream, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And we are 6 likes already. Nice. I have the greatest audience in the world. Most definitely. And to all of you who are watching right now, what were your summary of this whole event? Because there are a lot of things to be talking about, especially with the shenanigans that did happen at the very end. Because it was absolutely insane with this whole East versus West card, especially with how magnificent many of the matches were, in my humble opinion. The event itself started off really strong with Irina Gladkaya versus Brigita. I honestly thought that it was gonna be a whitewash victory for Irina Gladkaya because the side pressure that she is possessing is very difficult to deal with. But Brigita pulled excellently against Irina Gladkaya because she managed to maintain the pronation and the hand control. Because all that Irina Gladkaya could really do at the very end was to just go sideways and hope to God that the angle of Brigita goes with it. So it was brilliantly arm wrestled by Brigita during that very match. I was super duper impressed by her. You have no idea how impressed I really was with Brigita. Didn't watch the event, would love to hear a summary. Yeah, in this live stream I will do a summary, but mostly on one thing, and one thing mostly. By the way, we are 10 people watching and 7 likes, so if you haven't already, let's get this like button up so we can get this live stream to over 25 likes. I do believe that we can do this with all of the likes and all of that. So, and just in case if you were wondering about the door squeezing, is that my girlfriend wanted to get a really nice shirt. So, love you. but yeah, anyway, the highlight, in my humble opinion, was with the match with Monster Michael Todd and Gennady Kvikvinia. That match was, oh, the amount of the testosterone in that match was really, it was really awesome to see. Mostly because how much story it was with the match itself, because we all know that Monster Michael Todd lost epically against Gennady Kvikvinia in their previous encounter. But this really goes to show that you can still come back to the shape that you once were and still make a statement that is basically gonna rock the entire world. With how he was able to beat the Gennady Kvikvinia is really amazing to see. And it's also really inspirational at the same time, because we all know that Michael Todd had a rough couple of years since he was struck with COVID really hard. He had his bicep reattachments and had to do godly amounts of rehab to come back to the shape that he once were. But he also came back stronger than before. And that in on itself, ladies and gentlemen, is something that you can take as an inspiration. Because if Monster Michael Todd can come back from this type of injuries and that steep road that he had to climb over, why can't everybody else? And it does not have to necessarily tie itself into arm wrestling, but it can go on with life itself. Because life really dragged him down. But he was able to still climb up and become the Monster Michael Todd that we all know and love. So that in on itself is really impressive, with the steep road that Monster Michael Todd was forced to go through, but he was still able to get to the very top. Because now he had definitely a great match ahead when it comes to Hermes Gasparini himself. And that is a rematch that I would love to see. Because if he beats Hermes, then the obvious one next in line, at least in my opinion, would be Levon Saginashvili. And why do I believe that? Is because he has to beat Hermes at least to get a shot against Levon Saginashvili, because Hermes was the one that made Levon Saginashvili quit 2 rounds. So you could say that he is a gatekeeper to Levon. And yeah, I would get back into that Prayag, because there are a lot of people who has a legitimate shot against Levon Saginashvili. And all in that, there are 4 guys. 2 of them is what I mentioned. Vitali, Monster Michael Todd, Hermes, and let's see, Hermes, Vitali, Michael, and Jerry. Jerry Cadorette are gonna be the next one in line to face Levon. But there are a lot of speculations and discussions on who is gonna be the next in line. So, at least to me, I mean, I would love to see any one of these 4 guys to be polling against Levon Saginashvili. But it really goes down to who is next. Because if Monster Michael Todd beats Hermes, and Hermes has beaten Vitali, so that would maybe indicate that Monster Michael Todd is the next one in line. I don't know. You tell me. By the way, guys, we are 16 people watching and 11 likes. So if you haven't already, be sure to spam that like button, because we are trying to get this live stream to over 25 likes. So if you are most kind enough, be sure to spam that like button so we can get this live stream to over 25 likes. I do believe that we can do it. I do honestly believe that it can be done. Lagia. Vitali's next right-hand match should be against Svetkov, in my opinion. Oh, really? Yeah, I do believe that it would be a very interesting task for both men, because both are really aggressive on the top roll movement. But that really depends on how the match is gonna go, because we all know Georgi Svetkov's wrist has not been bent back at all since Levon Saginashvili, if I am not mistaken. But it really depends, as Symbalist just wrote in the chat, that Svetkov might not be on that level, because he literally manhandled Georgi Saranov in a fashion that I did not even see coming at all. He made Georgi Saranov look like he was a gust in the wind that just blew away and never were to be seen again. To do that against Georgi Saranov, man, that is really impressive stuff, if I had to say so, at least. 19 people watching, and now 20 people watching, and 13 likes. Come on, guys. If you haven't liked this live stream already, be sure to spam it so we can get this one to over 25 likes. 25 likes. I do believe that we can do it. I do honestly believe that we can do it. Listen to concrete elbow, guys. You need to hit that like button. You honestly believe that you can hit that like button. Many people seem to believe that I am the concrete elbow guy. Especially with how I am talking with my voice. Does it sound that robotic? I really don't know. You tell me. Who is the highest ranked guy that Vitali could face? That is a good question. I mean, I'm gonna be searching with the rankings so we can see who is... let's see... Alright, according to the Xsportnews ranking... Now let's see, where is Vitali Laletin? The next one in line, and you can see that Vitali is currently ranked below Georgi Svetkov. But let's see if I can make this a bit bigger. Alright, here we go. You can currently see that Georgi Svetkov is currently ranked ahead of Vitali Laletin. So it seems that maybe Kurdeka or maybe Devon, maybe, and Georgi Svetkov. Those three seems to be the most available option for Vitali Laletin to be polling against, because Georgi Saranov was ranked number 9 according to the rankings here. So maybe Devon, Alex, or Svetkov according to the Xsportnews rankings. That is at least how I see it. But it will be still interesting to see Vitali Laletin against some of the other guys here. Alright. Can be shifting back. Now let's see who else is in the chat so I can keep it up. Gabriel Pumo, I agree. Setkov versus Laletin needs to happen. Two of the strongest pure top rollers. Also, they have been polling on different sides of the super heavyweight class, so it's good if they meet. Could you check on? Gladkaya, could you check if East versus West has its official rankings on their website? I can check. Let's see. East versus West. By the way, if I when I'm looking at the rankings, I do see that there are 22 people watching. So be sure to leave a like on this live stream because I am doing the God's green work, or however that saying goes, for you guys. So, all right, let's see. I don't know if they have a official ranking here or not. I just have to check this out. I mean, I can shift it around so you guys can watch it with me. Now, let's see. Where is that ranking? What's the rules? Athletes, terms, shipping, sponsors, results. I don't know if they have the ranking here. Core sports and pay-per-view, VIP guests, East versus West matches, East versus West results. Maybe on their Instagram that they might have it. Now let's see. I think I might have to scroll down a bit just to keep up with the rankings, or if they are even putting out the rankings on their Instagram page. Oh, there we go. Let's see. This is the right arm rankings. So, according to this, I don't know if it has been updated for a while, but according to this ranking, it would be most likely against Georgi Svetkov, Alex Kordeka, and Gennady Kvikvinia. Those seem to be the option for Vitali Laletin to be polling against if we are gonna be going after or taking into consideration with the East versus West ranking here. So maybe that will be the next step for Vitali Laletin to be polling against. But that really depends on how everything is gonna be playing out. Because now I do believe that Monster Michael Todd is gonna be bumped up somewhere around here. So maybe that means that Saranov is gonna be kicked out of the rankings, and Monster Michael Todd is gonna be placed on the number 5 spot or number 4 spot right here. So that will mean that Vitali can have a match against these 3. At least that is how I see it, according to the ranking that is happening here. Alright, now let's see. I'm gonna be keeping up with the chat while I'm doing this. Since I'm doing the work to give you guys the information that is out there, be sure to leave a like on this live stream so Concrete Elbow himself can sleep better at night. Come on, guys, leave a like on this live stream so the creator of a Concrete Elbow sleeps better at night. Let's see. When it comes to facing Levon, 5 men are worthy. Jerry, Hermes, Vitali, Michael, and Devon. Yeah, that seems to be the case as of now, Symbolist. That seems to be the case as we speak. 18 people watching and 16 likes. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to spam the like button so we can get this live stream to over 25 likes. So come on, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to do it. Alright, now let's see. Fixing so I have the chat here. Even though Gennady is above Vitali, I don't think he has any chance against Vitali. That might be really, really true. Because with how Monster Michael Todd was able to beat Gennady Kvikvinia, the style that Vitali is going to be bringing to this specific match really might be the kryptonite of Gennady Kvikvinia's whole arsenal. Because I don't know if Gennady is strong enough to be able to hold the very aggressive hits that Vitali Laletin has been developing, especially with the 140 kilos of Vitali, because that is a big Vitali. And that might even be one that might test Levon Sanganashvili even further. Because when Levon and Vitali last polled against each other, Vitali Laletin was considerably lighter than the version of Vitali Laletin that we saw against Jorge Serrano and made Jorge Serrano look like an amateur. That is not an easy task to be doing. And to see how flawlessly Vitali Laletin did against Jorge Serrano, yeah, that is really impressive stuff that Vitali just did. Super, super impressive. Hello from New Jersey, USA. Ah, New Jersey. Where Knuckles Up 5 is gonna be. If I'm getting sorted out with the visa and all of that, I might even be present at Knuckles Up to support Elin Joneheim with her match against Sarah Beckman. Because that is a match that I have been wanting to see for years. But due to the current climax of the armwrestling world, when it comes to the corruption that is going on with especially with the higher ups of WF, I was a bit skeptical if this match was gonna happen or not, because we did see what did happen with Ayane Takanaka and Ursula Ashki, if I'm not mistaken. So I am really happy to see that this match are gonna be a reality. 21 people watching and 19 likes. We are 6 likes away. Come on, guys, we are literally 6 likes away. So if you haven't already, be sure to spam that like button so we can get this live stream to over 25 likes. I do honestly believe that we can do it. If you haven't already, guys, be sure to do it as of now. Now let's see. I'm gonna be checking here. to see if the monitor is all right, okay. 20 likes, nice. That really goes to show the power of the viewership here. I am so blessed to have such a great audience. I am really blessed to have this great audience. All right. Okay, let's see. Do you... Yeah, I do remember you, Berserker. Hope that you had a great time listening to the Swede explaining away with all of the matches that is happening. But the last one was just not really much to say, if I'm gonna be a little bit honest here, but... Alright, now let's see. And Devon's past show... to be honest, I don't think Morozov has anything on Devon. Not even on the left. That really seemed to be the case, but at the same time, when it comes to a after-match poll in that fashion, I don't really take too much from it, because it was literally after the match, and after the match it got incredibly heated. Especially what was said before the event with the legacy hammer and with the out of control nature of the press conference that did also happen. So it was really crazy stuff that did happen. All right, let's see. Seems that there are a lot of people that want to talk about the rage that happened. Because I did see, especially if we are gonna be taking a look at Reddit. Now, let's see. Gotta be fixing so I can see here. I'm just gonna be scrolling up because there are a lot to see here. Now let's see. There are like a lot of matches, especially when you're talking about Reddit and all of that. That's gonna be checking out, so because especially when you are taking a look at the comments here at Reddit, there are a lot of mixed reactions when it comes to what did happen at the whole shenanigans. It's gonna be shifting around because I don't want to get copyright claimed or copyright struck, because they are literally sharing a lot of clips from the event itself. But one thing that I did see was seems like Denis Plenkov and Larratt seems to have buried the hatchet just a little bit. Because as you can see there, and it seems like they are giving hugs and all of that. It seems to be apologizing from what has happened. Maybe it was something in that direction, but it seems that they did bury the hatchet just a little bit. Although I have to say that I do understand that Larratt wants to win at any price. But what happened yesterday, it was really not my type of my cup of tea. But I do understand why a lot of the people seems to be dragged towards how he is showcasing himself when it comes to trying to promote arm wrestling to his best abilities. But it is really nice to see that even after the battles and all of that, here comes the true Devon that I personally know is there. And that is my friend Devon Larratt himself. But by the way, I did came across a clip that somebody shared here at Reddit, and it did explain just a little bit with how Devon Larratt and Travis Pagent are able to get away with a lot of the stuff that they have been setting up and all of that. Now let's see, I'm gonna be fixing the audio.
Your hand, elbow forward, drop your hand and get as much this
meat
into his freaking
fingers.
That little,
Okay.
what is this? The pad of your index finger.
Yeah.
Right. Now, take your hand, move it straight up in the air. There you go. Yeah,
that's
it's a little bit.
Never get that set up.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. You're not trying to get the setup. You're trying not to give him this setup.
Gotcha. But right,
The pronation.
We're so far over each other's knuckles. How do you get away with that?
Well, you don't. Okay. What happens is we get so aggressive and the world wants to see it.
Did they let it go?
No one's stopping it. And it's like that every time with everybody.
Were you guys able to catch that? By the way, guys, we are 21 people watching and 21 likes. It's 50-50 now. We are 4 likes away, ladies and gentlemen. We are 4 likes away to be reaching 25 likes. So if you haven't already, be sure to spam that like button so we can get this one boosted in the algorithm so a lot more awesome individuals can join in and be a part of this awesome community. So yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to do so right now. But what he did explain there is that when you are putting your elbow in this fashion, and then after the grip is being set, and just rising up, is basically taking away this. It basically takes away the pronation ability to get access to a lot more power. And that was one of the many things that did happen during the match with Monster Michael, with Devon Larratt versus Oleg Petrenko. Because we all know how strong Petrenko really can be when getting access to his pronation, side pressure hit, and all of that. But with the way that Devon Larratt himself was setting up with the match, it really opened up a lot of problems for Oleg Petrenko. And to top it all off, it also showed the mental depletion, what did happen after the match and all of that. During the match, after the match. Because when it comes to getting what he wants, Devon Larratt is the master with it. Despite what the opinions on how he is acting and all of that, it is all to just get a lot of options to the best of his ability. And that is how Devon Larratt mostly gets away with a lot of the stuff that he is doing. Because he is putting himself as high as possible and trying to get as much of this as possible. Because I don't know if you can see it from this angle, but on this angle, it is like it is still straight, but when I'm turning, do you see it? That is one thing that the Devil Larratt is really good at with getting away with it. So we can check at the clip again with audio this time.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Never get that set up, and it's
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. You're not trying to get the setup. You're trying not to give him this setup.
gotcha. But right, when we're close,
Hmm?
we're close.
Did you catch that? That is what I was explaining. The way Devil Larratt was able to get away with it is that Petrenko was like this, little bit, not too much, but Devon was always like this. And as you can see, it is still straight, but it's still a little bit pronated. So that is what I believe how Devil Larratt was able to get away with a lot of the stuff that did happen right over there. White Wolf is in the chat. Hope that you are doing great. Depending on where you are. 19 people watching. And let's see, 24 likes. So if you haven't already, spam that like button so this one gets boosted in the algorithm so a lot more awesome individuals can join in and be a part of this amazing community. I have definitely the greatest audience in the world. Now let's see. After you have met Devon and hung out for any length of time, you can't help but like Devon. You have to be a real Devon and show Devon. And love him or hate him, during the match, it's showtime. Yeah, I do agree with you there, so. Because despite what your opinion of the Devil Larratt is, he drags the deceits to the arm wrestling game. Alright. If I were to drink fucking tea, more like flask of ale. I know you would, brother. I know you would. One day I will meet you, brother, I promise. Yeah, it will be cool to meet you sometime, a concrete elbow. Or should I say, concrete elbow. It is, for those of you who wants to imitate the AI voice of Concrete Elbow, all that you basically needed to do is just hold your nose like this, and then just go in a monotonic voice, and you will have the Concrete Elbow. Now that you have the Swede to doing the Concrete Elbow, it will be an interesting task ahead. Hello to you too, White Wolf. Great that you could pop in the chat. When will you come to Finland, Cricket, to Paul? That really depends. Is there any event there, or is there anybody try to set up a super match with somebody? I don't know. But as far as I know, I have no plans yet to go to Finland or Suomi. Does anybody know if Engin is pissed with Devon? From the clips that I did see, it does seem that Engin was a bit irritated with the Devon, because with how the entire situation with Morozov and Devil Larratt, and Devil Larratt continued to pull and was continuing to be as aggressive as he usually is on the table when it comes to his table awareness and all of that. That might be an indication, but from the clips that I did see here on Reddit, and I really don't know if I can play those because due to the vultures from core sports that are literally scattering throughout the internet to just flag the contents down of anybody that remotely shares a clip from the shenanigans itself on YouTube. And it seems that the Symbalist is having a great time in the chat with how many laughing emojis that came out from Symbalist himself. By the way, guys, we are 1 like away from 25 likes, so if you haven't already, be sure to spam that like button so we can get this live stream boosted in the algorithm. So come on, guys, if you haven't already, spam that like button. Come on now, I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Alright, now just gonna be shifting back with the music. Alright, nice. Alright, Bobby Smith. It's similar to how if someone hates you and you surprise them, the micro expressions will show how they really feel about you for a moment. After that, they put their mask back on. Yeah, that is what is usually happening when somebody is really not into you and all of that. Because they can be kinder to your face, but if you do something that really triggers them to their bone, the true feelings really just comes out to play in that specific moment. Option about Prime Dennis. Prime Dennis versus Leviathan says it all. Just raw power versus raw power. That was probably the most accurate assessment that I did see, White Wolf. So, and Coach Apple is in the chat. How are you doing, Coach Apple? I did see some of the posts that you were sharing on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. It really was garnering a bit of attention from those posts that I did see. And we have officially reached 26 likes. Yay! Yay, 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 yay. I have the greatest audience in the world. Yeah, we made it! We made it! Yay, 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 yay. So, alright. What? We did it! We did it! Yay! Alright. But I think I'm gonna be looking with... Oh, I did find the results here. And it is none other than Coach Apple himself that was writing all of that. I'm just gonna be shifting around. So, for those of you who does not want to be spoiled, this is the... now let's see. The results of East versus West, because there were some surprises, and but at the same time, not so many surprises. Because despite the fact that some of them were ending in 3-0, 4-0, they were really closer than we anticipated. Like, for instance, with the match with Vitali versus Oleg. That was really shocking to say the least. But at the same time, it really goes to show how much dedication and preparation Vitali Oniani has been putting in, especially to be dealing with the awkward style that Oleg Shok is bringing. But another highlight for me during the match, or event itself, was the Yoshinobu Kanai versus Todd Hutchings. That match, pure arm wrestling magic. Because there were no messing with the setup, not so much aggressive, just gripping up and just to be pulling. Some people might find it boring, but most of the people are loving it. And the match of the night probably is going to go to Todd Hutchings versus Kanai, or Monster Michael Todd versus Gennady Kvikvinia. Because how both men really showed the warrior spirit of everybody is involved in that match. Really goes to show how impressive and all of that really was at the end of the day. So absolutely amazing stuff. Wow, White Wolf. That is really amazing stuff. Oh my. I was not really expecting that one at all, brother. It's gonna be shifting here. White Wolf with a $20 super chat. Thank you very much, White Wolf. What that should super chat, man. For a few flasks of ale, Krieger. Armgods.com. Oh. Thank you very much, White Wolf. That super chat really absolutely amazing. So, by the way, I'm just gonna be doing something here. Let's see. It's gonna be shit doing something. Alright, I'm just gonna be... And... there. White Wolf, you have officially became the king of SETV Super Chats. At a tie with Darko and yourself. Thank you very much, White Wolf. Thank you. There was a moment where they both smiled at each other at the center. Yep, because they know they was really bringing out a fantastic match for every one of us to be watching. Absolutely crazy stuff that happened in that match. And also, yeah, it was a really spectacular match to be witnessing. So, yeah, one of the matches of the night was Assad versus Daniil. Lots of elbow fouls, though. Yeah. And also, I don't know if you guys also caught that or not, but that was also the first time, at least for me, that was the first time that I did see a equipment failure with the elbow pads and all of that. So maybe next time they can actually bolt the elbow pads onto the arm wrestling table itself. Because of what did happen, when you are putting a lot of pressure on one area of the elbow pad, the entire pad itself are just gonna go like this. And I have seen it on smaller events and on the practice tables and all of that, but never in a professional format. So, at least in my opinion, what they could do in the future is to just bolt the elbow pad to the arm wrestling table itself, because that might nullify all of the shenanigans in the near future. So, who knows? Krieger's left bicep look big. It's actually my right arm here, so bad. But I have a decent bicep here on the left arm for a minus 70 kilogram. Yeah, especially when I am playing guitar, this one just pops out and just become boom. So Assad actually won that. If not for that equipment malfunction, then Daniil got a second win and took it. Yeah, it did seem like once that equipment failure happened during that match, the pendulum of opportunity just swung heavily towards Daniil there. Because pulling like this and trying to get back to the center, that really takes a lot of energy if you are not used to that type of pressure. Because when you are pulling in a fashion that you are not used to, that will be a horrible experience for anybody. Now let's see, gonna be shifting around. All right. There we go. Sad that the pad was not fastened to the table, as that really deserved that win. Yeah. This is by no means taking away the victory from Daniil. But if that equipment failure had not happened, that might have been a win for Assad. So, at least 3 likes away from 30. Now that you said it, Concrete Elbow, we are 3 likes away, ladies and gentlemen. We are literally 3 likes away to be reaching the magical 30 like goalpost. So if you haven't already, be sure to spam that like button so we can get this live stream to over 30 likes. So if you haven't already, get that like button up. Come on, guys. I know we can do it. Right, I do believe that we have covered most of the highlights. So if there are any things that you guys want me to talk about, feel free to write it in the chat and I will look into it. So White Wolf, yeah, it kind of sucked for us up there. Yeah, it was a bummer that it was happening in that sort of a fashion. But for future events for East versus West, I hope that I do hope that they are doing it so it can be fastened to the table itself without it popping up as it just did. So, because in a big promotion that is the East versus West, you need and should be looking it in all form of directions. Because if you're leaving out one weak spot, the domino effect that could happen could really mess up a lot. That is what I are personally believing so. You can never go too far. Well, within the laws of the country. Agreed there, brother. Agreed right there. What happens at 30? Does someone come through the window wall? Maybe you could see Concrete Elbow then. Maybe he is going through right through the wall over there, and he might do a surprise appearance. Who knows? You never know. Could never go too far. Man, oh man, oh man. I have the greatest audience in the world. Will do when I come to Sweden. Yep. And then you could do a audio like this. Concrete Elbow. Alright, let's see. Well, there are some stuff to see over here at Reddit. Because I do see that there are a lot of things pointing out. By the way, I do see that people have been criticizing the referees a lot during the match. Especially with, let's see, with this particular match. Because as you could see, this part of the wrist was at the, or did pass the pin pad lane. But it was like the referees were looking at where this part of the hand was. But the rule states, if I am not mistaken, that any form that passes this should be considered a loss. But I do think they might go after where the positioning of Samushia's hand is. Because, yeah, I'm gonna be shifting back. What they are looking after is where on the side of the table Samushia was. If he was at the center, then that might explain something. But if he was over here, then it is considered a loss. So depending on where the positioning of Samushia's hand wrist was, that really might be the indicator of where the match itself were going. So that might be, at least in my opinion, where that mistake might have happened. So I think we have become numb to the incredibly bad reffing at East vs West and King of the Table, so we don't even blink when these obvious bad calls aren't called. Was definitely below parallel. Yeah. It definitely seemed to be the case right here, so. But yeah, there are some things that any professional promotion should do take into consideration. Is definitely with incidents such as that one. But yeah, I think I've been talking here for an hour. So I are super grateful for each and every one of you that were a part of this live stream and a part of the live commentary that I was doing. I know there is a big obstacle ahead when it comes to the live commentary giants that are out there with Ryan Bowen, Aussie arm wrestler, Pradeep from Armwrestling News. So I am super grateful for each and every one of you that chooses my live commentary and hanging out with this Swede himself. So it really means a lot to me that a lot of you are still part of this live stream. So hey, I see Bart Wood is a member. Yeah, he has been a member for ever since the match with Carolina and Victoria. So to have him as a member really is a humbling experience. So when I meet Bart Wood someday, I might even give him a SCTV cap or beanie or whatever this one is calling. Just because he has been supporting my channel basically in 2 years in a row. So it will be really cool to see. And White Wolf just became a member. Oh yeah. White Wolf is the man. White Wolf is the man. White Wolf is the man. Yay! Really awesome to see that White Wolf himself just became a arm wrestling supporter for SATV. And just became a member once more. My card must have... Ah! That would explain why you just vanished from the face of the earth with the members and all that. But thank you very much, White Wolf. The support that you have been giving my channel, and with the opinions that you also are giving, is always highly appreciated. It really means a lot to me, White Wolf. You really have no idea. So yeah, I might be going out to get myself a late lunch now, so I might end the live stream here. But I might do more of these live streams in the near future, because I am currently trying to get myself 1,000 followers on TikTok, so I can multi live stream. And for this, it's also a very nice experience to just chat with all of you guys. So yeah, I might end the live stream here. So thank you to each and every one of you. When I will start earning, I will also do a super chat or take. Yeah. That would be a very humbling experience as well. Arm Historian later today. By the way, guys, you could, when this live stream is over, go over to Arm Historian and give him some extra love. So the hard work that he is putting in to all of the investigations and all of that is really quality content. So be sure to go over there and give him some love. So yeah, have a nice day, stay safe, don't be a surpuppa, and keep being awesome. Take care.